So, morning hustlers, 10 to 5. In the morning, hope we are all well. So, where have I been? Been a little bit quiet. Let me fill in with the details. I've been going on, brutally honest with you. Just been resitting all my exams and stuff. So, I've just resit my domestic gas, my invented, and also my commercial gas as well. So, there's not been much content. Again, I'm not going to apologise. I'm just doing my job. But anyways, nevertheless, bit of a busy one today. We had a system a heat only boiler swap to yesterday. I've got to pop back today to get that finalised. Just literally put it back on an open vent system, get that filled up. It's filled up already, sorry. Just need to get the fuel final commissioning checks and stuff done on that, get that one sorted out. And then we are joining today, me and George together. We've got new kid starting in 2 weeks, obviously past the interview stages, and it all went well to be fair, so I'm looking forward to getting that one started as well. But yeah, busy one today, it's 10 to 5 now, just getting pack up made, having a bit of breakfast, coffee, some eggs, and I'm going to hit the gym quickly at the Caprana gym, the only way to do it. And then we'll be out on the road, so keep hustling hustlers, and I'll see you real soon. Right, I'm in the office, and I'm currently looking at our new Milwaukee M18, our drainage part, what we need to do, like I say. Sick to death of trying to get all the drainage engineers to go to jobs and do them, so we've invested in the Milwaukee Fuel Ghostbusters 3000 backpack. So it comes with all our attachments, so we've got the, don't know what that is, couple of springs pinned for quick release. That goes out 15 metres long. It'll go down your anal waste and everything like that as well, just to clear blockages. And you can see it can get them on bends and stuff, so yeah. Treating ourselves like a Caprana, but again, I'm always one to I do not scrimp on quality. That's one thing I'll never do, basically. I want to do a job, I want to make it nice and easy. I will make sure I get the right gear to make our life easier. It just makes sense. I've got the new lights put up in the back as well, obviously, and we've got the new whiteboard up now for all materials and bits and bats that we've got going on. So, one with it, Dale's got the floor down now. There's still a few bits to do in it. It's just obviously taking a little bit of time. It's just getting time, but honestly, I come in the other day, I had a good day and get cracked on, like I say, so it was nice. But it's 5:30 now, I'm going to quickly get in the gym, have about half an hour, and quick shower, get the back of the van sorted out, because it's a bit of a mess from yesterday. I've already unloaded and carted most of the stuff out anyway. And then, crosses, what's the cross on there? I see. So yeah, get that done, and then we're good to go, so let's go. Right guys, so it's nearly 6:20. Trained, just had a shower, obviously putting a shower in the office made a massive difference, because I just get up, come train at work, and then obviously get a shower, be ready for the day. So my geez there's getting ready now. Cookers on the go, 3 eggs poached this morning, gonna get them done. And then while they're cooking away, like I say, it's 6:20, get onto my first job for 7 o'clock. Just like I said, that one that I finished off from yesterday, so I'm going to head there, just get the boiler finally commissioned and bits and bats of that, so obviously I'll take you out for that. I'm not going to show you how we cook eggs and how we eat them, because obviously we all know how to do all that, but I'll take you to the back of the van, so once I get in there and start getting sorted out. Right guys, so out office now, it's only 5 to 7, like I say, fortunately this is a nursery, that looks mint. So I can get in literally for 7 o'clock. I've explained to them that I've been cracking on today. I've already got a full day ahead of work for me now. Dale had penciled his job in for 2 days for me, but nevertheless, me and George delivered the goods as we did. So it was a floor standing Concorde out. It was a 50 kilowatt appliance that was in, but obviously I've been down there, done the calculations on the system, and it's way overkill. It's not needed. You don't need the 50 kilowatt. I did a calculation of the radiator sizes, the BTU output required, and the 50 kilowatt was stupid. It didn't need a header or anything, so I got all that sorted. So I've just literally replaced it with the 30 kilowatt heat only. Now, I was going to convert it to seal, but I just thought, look, it's a bit of an odd system. We'll just put the heat on in the boiler. He's doing the heating only. It's an unvented cylinder that's direct fed. So yeah, the pipe work, it's fine. It's not the best because you've got to put it on, obviously, with your swept indirect T for your cold fill and stuff like that. I always like to follow manufacturing instructions, and it was a 22mm main. But look, you'll see when we get there. Let's head up there and go. Right, so what we had here was a 50 kilowatt floor standing boiler. We've put the 30 kilowatt heat only in. Obviously I've chosen the existing feed and expansion. This is from the boiler downstairs. I've got to take the 22mm expansion, goes across. I've had to drop them in like that. Reason being is manufacturing instruction states that that needs to come across like that. then loop back in, just so nothing can get blocked and stuff like that. Expansion's off there, and it comes through my pump, straight onto the 35mm flows there to the part of the heating system, and then return comes back through my filter and done. Like I said, I'm doing today is going to get it all, just the wires clipped up, seal the gas pipe put up, final commission, gas rate, everything like that. Because I got it all fired up yesterday, it was all working, mint. I was really happy with it, to be fair. So I can turn it on now. Easy as that. I got it all wired yesterday, it's just tiny little bits and stuff like this up now, because this isn't us at Cuprano, like to make sure it's all nice and tidy. So this is the first one now. Let's get it done, get it complete. Set my readings and everything down in the... I've got a list of what I've got to do. So pump live, start my switch wire out, clip cable, seal gas pipe, commission boil, chemicals in through the filter, and then we're out of here. I ain't happy with that tape. Don't have no tie wraps yesterday, so I had to tape out that because I couldn't get that littlest bit to stay on there. So I'm going to pop off and go get some tie wraps. I just didn't pick them up yesterday, to be honest with you. I don't like taping insulation, don't work for me. So I'm just getting my clips up now. What I'm doing is I've just got the boiler sat in maximum rate. Machine coming on yet. Pump's running, just waiting for a demand at the boiler. That'll kick in. I'll take all my readings, transfer it all across my benchmark, get that filled out. Chemicals in now. So I've got the EPH stat on put the wall downstairs from, and then just balance and test the system and we're out of here. It's only 7:25, so we're ahead of schedule. So I've been done with gas rate, boiler's 30 kilowatt at max rate, 29.24. Happy with that. All what I'll do now is just seal the gas pipe up where the sleeve comes through the wall internally, labelled that up. Need to get some towels, I'm not that happy with that, but we've got to pop back in a couple of weeks, so I just think it'll do for now. Just going to finish getting this clipped up and stuff, fill the benchmark, and I'm done, out of here, back to the office. So right then, hustlers, it's Team Cuprano out in the van today. So we've got Dale with us, Georgie. What's that down there, George? I'm not on about that, you weirdo, I'm on about something else. Ain't it weird? You fun? So, George, I'll let you take a bit of a lead here. Or Dale, whoever wants to take a bit of a lead, what are we doing right now?
So set it off. Site surveying, 30 rads. 30 rads? Exactly.
Let's go again.
Clue, have you?
So, we're down at school today. Did you come here, George?
No, did I fuck? Oh shit, sorry.
Right, so we've rocked up now on our next job. We've got the main man Dale in the van. We're coming to quote a job. How many rads, Dale?
30.
30 rads at a school in Hull. So George obviously with us. Then for me, we've got a couple of little jobs to do. Then one of our commercial sites. We've got a lot to do today, haven't we, Georgie?
Yeah, yeah.
The fans want to see more George doing stuff, so I've got some really good stuff for you to do today, if you know what I mean. Right guys, so it's now 10:30. We've done that quote in the school, so that was a pretty simple one to look at. Basically, they've got two 150 kilowatt Ardell Evo Max boilers, and they're getting basically heat transferring from the system still on 28 double and bush radiators. So basically, the fan convector radiators. The customer asked us to quote to put rads in. I'll just be honest, I was brutally honest, and I said, have you had any quotes? They've had another company quote to fit radiators. I said, look, I am willing to quote, and the reason being is I'm more than happy to take the double bush out, put radiators in, take the money, but I know I'll come back to the future, and the reason being is the radiators won't be the right size, and two, them Dunham brushes are made like a fan convector for the airflow change in the property, because it's a commercial dwelling as well. I will know 100% I will not get the heat out of the property, but I've pulled over, and the reason being I pulled over is because look at that wind turbine. Jesus Christ, man. Right, so morning guys, so it's now Friday. I didn't get much footage. Thursday year 6 of Ultranol first aid training course, which you need to invest in your staff, invest in the business as well. So we're all first aid trained now. Day course, which is good, obviously giving CPI, defibrillator and stuff like that. I think something like that should be mandatory in the curriculum for kids as well, because it just makes sense to know, obviously know how to save a life if you needed to. So we've done that yesterday, so that was good. Me and George now are out jobbing today. I'm just in the back of the van getting my bits and bats ready. So I've got my Stanley Blade. Got my mastic gun there, because I've got some masticing to do this morning. Just in the back of the van, it looks phenomenal. It's my cheeky new little drills. So I've gone for the little Milwaukee Fuels now, and got to say, I'm very impressed with the power and the output of them, the mints. So I'll go inside now, go see Georgie. I've got this made up now as well for my mastic holder. So I put some caps on there like that. Reason being is if I put them in there like that, they just flap all over. Whereas if it's like that, it just stays like that. So thinking outside the box. Always look at that, cheaters. Oh.
Don't video me.
Mate, you're saying don't video my hair. Look at my hair.
Oh,
Look at us, our little bounce. That's fine upstairs. I'll just let you go upstairs. She needs the one off there. So first job this morning, me and George are here. We've got complaints walking for the ceiling. You can see the ceiling is absolutely shot. I'm going to be honest with you. You can see there. I don't know what the hell's gone on here. Who's been doing this, but we're going to cut this out as best as we can and just remastic as best as we can as well, because it's an absolute shambles. Like even this here, I just don't know what the hell. The problem they've done there, I'll tell you now. That might just have to stay on there because it's stuck to the lino, mate. Yeah, it's going to have to stay that because... Oh, it's horrendous that, mate. Absolutely fucking horrendous. Like, oh no. If that does that, we're laughing here. Oh, I'll tell you what, Georgie.
Nightmare.
Being a nightmare, it's just landlords in it. Like, I'm looking at this job, absolutely disgusted. I'm like, why am I here masking in a shower tray like this that needs to? We've cut it all out and it's absolute shambles. What I've had to do for today, I've had to put the mastic back in so you can see what I've done there. I mean, that is just an absolute joke. Look at that. I've tried to remastic that as best as I can, but you've got nails that are rotting, all that stuff there. It's just an absolute joke. We've done the best we can, so we've sealed up there, sealed the train there, and sealed the tray up there. Obviously, I ain't too happy because it's one of them jobs where it's like, well, I wouldn't say it's the plumber's job. This is like a proper DIY doggy's job, innit? But I'm going to say, I've just spoke to Dale on the phone. I was going to say to Sam, look, in all honesty, we can't guarantee this. We've sealed it, but there's that much going on with it. This needs ripping out, all of it, and redoing because it's just ridiculous. We just obviously had to patch up to make it as best as we can today, but look, can't be perfect every day, can we? We just do what the client wants.
Towels are knackered as well.
Yeah, we just do what the client wants, do what the needs are, and then that's all we can do. So again, we will be coming back to this one, I reckon, because we're going to take that full thing out. You can even see by the shower tray there, look at the size of it. I said to the customer this morning, tenant, look, obviously there's water over the floor. They said, yeah, the water comes out the tray. Well, no, of course, he's going to look at the size of the screen. It's not the size of George's hair. Yeah, he's done wedding that this morning. But anyway, let's get packed up and get out of here. So I've left that job. I have calmed down because that boxed my head in totally. Horrible job, that, wasn't it? Where did I put that deodorant I bought yesterday? It might be in the back of my. I'll have a little look. Oh, it's in my gym bag, I bet. So let's see what this says then. So Dale said there's a job ticket and he's put on it, shower leaking, resolve as necessary. That's it. Number 12 stable walker, he's called Phil. Right, so when I get in here now, George got the maintenance bag out, so obviously, same maintenance bag job like this, it just makes sense. Getting that little fella out, not getting stupid with anything. Shoe covers are a must. Now, a lot of you guys mentioned about the... Do you want some new ones, George? A lot of you guys mentioned about the ones that are... that you can keep on for all the time. I know about saving environment and all that stuff, and I agree with that, but them ones, they're about £1 for 1,000 or something. It just, to me, it makes sense because they're disposable, so you're in and out and you're done. Hang on, this is Riley Way, but this is Stable Walk, number 12. 26.
Just be at the full end of this street.
I hit 20. No, it's not so bad. Right, one it then, let's go. So this one here, the customer's going to turn the water off us. Oh, bonus. It's leaking from here. You can see it's just dripping all the time, going drip, drip, drip. So what I'm going to do is going to get the water turned off for us. I'm going to get this stripped down now. Little flat faced lad. Shouldn't be too bad, this. So always use flat faced on chrome. Okay, I'll mate, tighten that like hell. There's no point in faffing. What's happened is I've managed to get that off. It was a nightmare because the customers had to go and use some Loctite, which is nothing bad. They've just used Loctite, liquid PTFE, and I don't advise using it because it knackers everything up nowadays. It's no good. Well, I don't think so anyway, but each to their own. I'll have to whip that apart from there, get that out of there. We'll clean it all up, get it all put back together, and then job's done. I'll give the customers credit. He's had a go on it. He's made it wet, hasn't he? Me and the boy George. I hope this camera's going to be alright because I've got them cracks on my bloody... I need to get you one of them lenses. I know, mate. I'm hopeful. It's 10 past 10 now. next job, if it goes well, mate, we'll have time to get our haircut. So look at the image for the company. If you look at the van now, it looks like George had done it, George. And George was like, I need a plug and a screw. Well, ain't you got one in your pocket? Well, no, George. Why am I going to have some in my pocket when you look in the back of this this van? Look. Pack out me, pack out this, pack out everyone. Take two just in case, you know, look, and we'll take that there. That's too long, that, innit? Take two of them. I'll take that other way, actually. That'll be right. No, that'll be fine. I want that one like that. Have we got any CT1? No. Tunes are buzzing today. Get some of that. Yeah, take that as well. We'll just use that one today and that'll do it, mate. Right, let's go, lad. I'll cut it. Right. I'll bring flowers. Don't use liquid PTFE. Use this stuff, it's mint. Pipe's cleaned up.
Matty loves liquid PTFE, doesn't he?
No, I don't use it, mate. It's the worst. Because like I started using it, but it dries up and it's a nightmare to get out.
I didn't even used it on tools, I mean, just used it on radiators.
It does do the job, like, but if you're ever going to get it off, it don't work. It's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? So I've made that one up now. Do you think we need to make that one up as well or not?
No, it's sorted.
Bit big that screw, but I need to make sure it gets a good bite. So I've cleaned that up now. Best as I can. That Loctite blow, I don't like to say. I don't like it. Loctite blow, the liquid PTFE. I do not rate it at all. So we go. Should just be able to literally nip that. Right, so what I'm going to do now, because obviously we've had issues with that, I'm going to get George to literally turn it on and then I'll turn it off. So before I put the rosettes back on, because that's solid, I can't. Alright, pal. Yeah, I'll put the rosettes on afterwards, like I say, because I can't do much with that. I want to test it before I do it. I can tighten them screws up once it's on properly. To be fair, that's solid now. I'll put some sorted. Can't be on, mate. There's no water on there. Give it more of a turn. Don't be daft. Just give it at least a full turn, pal. You'll need to test them, and to be fair, they're looking good. Oh. Yeah, mate. Right, will you turn it back off for us? Then I'll put the rosettes on, then we can have it back on, yeah? I should get the water turned off now. Like I said, the reason being I've done that is to test that that is all okay now, which I'm happy with that. So what I can do now is get the chrome rosettes put on, a bit of CT1 behind it, just obviously to squeeze and hold it back, and then we're done with that and jobs are good, and so I'll get this put back together now. One of the days I can just sense it all daft little jobs that it's just like gonna lemon out it. So what a lot of people don't do with these is the hose behind especially. Put a little bit of old thing in like that. Go on, George. Hey, rough. Hey, mate, I'm sealing the hose. This has never been sealed, and then they have water ingress in the future. I've proved it was alright. And that'll hold it in place now. What's your favourite type of work?
Plumbing.
Plumbing? Bumming?
Plumbing.
Can't be all tight like that. Loctite stuff and it's horrible, mate. Right, sorted. So I'll take my jacket off so I can't put it in my pocket. You can put me in your gilet, can't you? It should be good to get the water back on, mate, if you don't mind. So all going well now when it turns that back on. I get nothing coming up there. Good. Yeah. Sorted it. Just need a nip up. But it happens. Is that on full bore, George? Sorted. Is it on full bore? So job done. We'll get wet down, cleaned up. Nice little easy jobs. 20 minute hitters. Let's go.